Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Yo, you won't believe what I got. Brand new racing rig from P1 Sim Sports. Triple screens, full cockpit. This thing is insane.
Well, the drivers of the No Limit Racing Crown Jewel Tour have found themselves in Pennsylvania. We're at Williams Grove for round 9 of the No Limit Racing Crown Jewel Tour live on the OuTPost Racing Network. Ladies and gentlemen, my name Mac Nelson. I'll be your lone voice in the booth here tonight. I'll be pushing all the buttons. I'll be making all the calls. I'll do it all. I'm like CM Punk in 2011. Nonetheless, oh man, it's just such a fantastic time, and I do truly mean fantastic. It is an absolute pleasure to be here with you guys, ladies and gentlemen, here for the No Limit Racing Crown Jewel Tour. iRacing had a little bit of an explosion moment there, so I do apologize there. We are going to get into your starting grid for tonight's heat race number 1. It's going to be Dakota Proud, who is in P1. Joshua Mulwee outside row number 1. Tori Boyd in the number 015. He sits in P3. Jesse Newsom, your championship leader, which we will talk about in a second, is in P4. He represents Coast to Coast Sim Sports. Dylan Del Mastro in the Black Magic Sim Sports, number 18. He sits in P5. Jeffrey Hyatt, Dwayne Hobbs, Zach Metzner, and Holden Lee Allen will make up your grid. We are at Williams Grove here, opened in 1939 in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. There's all the track records there. You can see them. Next event is on May the, oh my goodness, my eyes. I think that says the 16th. I can't remember what I put there. I know it is 410 sprint cars, and I believe that's it, actually. 410 sprint cars, maybe some other classes there, but I do believe it is a World of Outlaws hosted event. Looking at our schedule here, we are in round number 9. That means we are at Williams Grove, if you haven't been able to look yet. Round 10 being at Cedar Lake. That's where we are next Monday here on the OuTPost Racing Network. Lernerville is going to be our penultimate round, with the championship being held at Knoxville Raceway. And if we take a look at the points, Jesse Newsom in the number 11 for Coast to Coast. He is going to be in this heat race, number 1. Having a little bit of connectivity issues right now, though, unfortunately. But he sits P1 in the championship. Jeffrey Hyatt going to be 200 or around there behind him. Tyler Bickford, another Midwest driver with Jeffrey Hyatt, going to be sitting in P3. James Murphy, the Twisted Speed, number 65, is going to be in P4, with Willie Cuddy coming in P5. And Jesse Newsom still having a little bit of connection issues, but we are green as we go up to our spotter view. We'll get a look at Joshua Mulwee, who starts us out, leads us away here. We're going to do 8-lap heats. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not familiar, top 3 are going to get into the show. The other guys, well, they got to go through the consolation a little later on in the night. But now for Joshua Mulwee, it's now a 3-wide situation with Jesse Newsom, who is unfortunately just experiencing so much on the connectivity side. You cannot really tell where he's at right now. Joshua Mulwee is simply trying his best. Torrey Boyd going to be right behind him, and oh man, this is... I'm not good at dirt racing by any means, and I know these guys in front of me that you see here are, but, I mean, even with how good you are, I mean, that cannot not be distracting. A 3 wide now for P3. It's going to be Joshua Mulwee, Zach Metzner, and Dylan Del Mastro. As Dylan Del Mastro rocking a little different of a car in the number 18 this week. And there we see Dakota Proud down on the inside of him in the number 19. Torrey Boyd in the 0-1-5, who started in P3, has now found himself 3 positions down. As we finally get a look at the league intel there, I queued that up to pop up about 3 minutes ago down on the bottom right of your screen. It is round number 9 of 12. We're officially in the last stage of the season here. 80-lap feature for these drivers tonight. Cedar Lake is on the horizon next week. Meanwhile, more to the point, Jesse Newsom, I was just about to say, got his connection issues figured out. It's going to be 2 sticks in the air for Barney the Flagman, indicating 2 laps to go now in our cautionless heat number 1 here in the No Limit Racing Crown Jewel Tour. As now Dylan Del Mastro is going to have a little bit of a battle going on behind him. That's going to be Dakota Proud and Jeffrey Hyatt. Jeffrey Hyatt, mind you, is currently P2 in the championship standing, so he is going to have to earn his way through the consolation. Meanwhile, I mean, it's just any other Monday, really. It's going to be Jesse Newsom who crosses the line first. He's going to win heat race number 1 here tonight at Williams Grove. In the number 11, fantastic run for the coast-to-coast driver there, Joshua Mulwee as well. In the number 92, he is going to get out from the heat. Fantastic run from the number 92 there. Zach Metzner, of course, always going to be quick in P3. As heat race number 1 is finishing up, we'll get set for heat race number 2 here at Williams Grove. Tracy Owens in chat showing love for Jake the Snake Owens. He is going to be in this exact heat, actually. Heat race number 2. There is your man of the hour, Jacob Owens. They're getting a lot of love in chat. In the number 21, your starting grid for heat race number 2 is going to sit as Brandon Jones being your pole sitter. In the number 15, representing Midwest Sim Sports, James Murphy, who now sits in the championship hunt for Twisted Speed. In the number 65, he is going to sit P2. Christopher Perini gonna sit in P3 inside row number 2. Outside is going to be Jason Wilson. In the number 97, Nate Wimhoff. Tyler Bickford going to be in row number 3. Jacob Owens and Cameron Carrington are going to round out your starting grid. for heat race number 2. And I always forget, where does Cameron Carrington lie? Twisted Speed. Yes, that is correct. He is a Twisted Speed driver. So they've got some firepower here in heat race number 2. They've got a little bit of a grip on all of the grid. They've got Cam Carrington starting a little more towards the back. James Murphy, as we all know, starting up in the front as Christopher Perini rocking the Chase Copeland scheme this week. I guess it's a tribute race or something of the sort. So there we go. Brandon Jones going to have an EOL, maybe off looming penalties from before. Not exactly sure on that one, but we're going to start and we're going to get going here. Christopher Perini has the button in the Chase Copeland tribute scheme. Green flag is out. 8 laps here at Willie's Grove. Oh, is Willie a good man? What a good track he has brought to us here. Jason Wilson and Jacob Owens. Jacob Owens with a monumental start. He was more towards the back, and he now sits in a transfer spot if he can get around the 97 of Jason Wilson here. Opening lap done and dusted. Jason Wilson going to have very, very advantageous positioning over Jacob Owens here. Procuring that top part of the track, which is going to be oh so fast. Think about how much speed these super late models are generating down these long straightaways. 3 wide. It's Bickford, Owens, and Wilson. Wilson managed to squeak his way out. Cameron Carrington now puts his nose into the picture. Down on the bottom side, he is going to try to capitalize on some sort of a mistake that I'm sure one of these 3 cars will make. It seems to happen when you pack them like sardines. Especially here at Williams Grove. Jacob Owens going to be on the wrong end of that exchange. As now Tyler Bickford is sat in that last transfer spot. However, Jason Wilson fighting his hardest along the outside here to try to get his way into the main event here tonight. 80 laps at Williams Grove. Tyler Bickford on the inside still. He's got Cameron Carrington looming, but Carrington cannot get too carried away. He's got to worry about Nate Wimhoff, who is rearing his head down on the inside. It's about half and half on track line participation here so far at Williams Grove. A lot of drivers choosing to go up towards where the Angels sing, way up there. Some people taking it down low, trying to take the least amount of track. Christopher Perini still going to lead this race. He's got James Murphy right behind him, though. James Murphy has been working, boasting an incredible 8,200 I rating. Got to be one of the highest on the service for the dirt oval community. James Murphy in that Twisted Speed 65 battling with Christopher Perini for the top spot. They're going to make it into the feature. Tyler Bickford has secured that final transfer spot, so all the battling behind them is for Nye. As it's going to be a drag race to the line. Christopher Perini is going to get a heat race win. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that might be Perini's first heat win here in the No Limit Racing Crown Jewel Tour season. And if that is true, it only took 9 weeks to get it done, but hey, he did it, and we're already moving into our 5-minute warm-up. I guess no consolations really are needed, to be fair. So we will step away for a short break. When we come back, we're going to be main event racing already here in the No Limit Racing Crown Jewel Tour live from Williams Grove on the OuTPost Racing Network.
There might be some rain coming through. We expect rain soon. Rain is close. The session zone has been declared wet. No sign of this rain stopping. Rain is clearing up. Rain should be gone for now. Nothing but sunshine all day.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Musker can't defend. He's got the outside line for the second part, and he can't hold on. Going the long way around. We're going to be 3 wide for the lead as they all come to the line. Who is going to take it in the end?
And here comes Lockwood. He's going to make the move to the outside. Quinn tries to force him off a little bit, but there he goes. It's going to be side by side through turn 1.
Will he be able to cover him off? He does. Weaving back to the left-hand side. Reynolds is trying everything. The kitchen sink is being thrown at it.
They're leaning on each other. Coming into turn number 3. It's going to be a drag race through 3 and 4. Coming back to the line. Here comes Frisch on the bottom. Bouchard's going to hold the inside. Tries to be the late breaker here. They're going to be side by side through the final chicane. They bang doors, but keep it clean.
As they're still 4 wide on the run down into the back straightaway. Demerit's looking for a line as well. What is going on in Michigan?
Novak into the fence. They're still beating and banging.
Oh,
and to the line.
He is much faster coming through there. Is there damage on Challenger? Abramitis is ahead. There's going to be a race to the line. Who is going to get it?
Well, the cars of the No Limit Racing Crown Jewel Tour are set to take off for their main event here tonight. What we gotta do is go through a starting grid, ladies and gentlemen. Let's cut the music, man. Jesse Newsom, your championship leader, is gonna be starting on pole in the number 11 for C2C. Christopher Perini, who won heat race number 2, is going to be sitting in P2. Joshua Mulwee, James Murphy gonna make up P3 and 4. Zach Metzner, Tyler Bickford, Dylan Del Mastro, Jason Wilson, Dakota Proud, Cameron Carrington round out your top 10. Jeffrey Hyatt, Nate Wimhoff are going to make up row number 6, with Torrey Boyd, Brandon Jones in row number 7. Dwayne Hobbs in the 159, and Jacob Owens in the number 21 are going to be starting P15 and 16 respectively. Holden Lee Allen, who is very, very quick and should not be at the very back. He is going to be at the very back in P17. It's not a matter of if, it's when will he climb up the grid. I didn't time the break too well, got back in a little bit of a rush, so I hope you guys are ready. Hope you took your bathroom break. Hope you got your snacks. We're live. The sun is setting in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. We are live. We are also green, maybe about to be yellow. It's I almost said a bad word, a stakey situation. Very, very chaotic. Very chaotic situation going on in turns number 1 and 2, leading all the way to 3 and 4, and we have our first caution of the night. Jason Wilson, who's going to be around and basically stopped on track. I believe, oh, he's in the infield. He got sent to the infield. Oh my goodness. So not entirely sure what happened to Mr. Wilson there, but oh my goodness. As we'll go back and take a look. Here's the 97 of Jason Wilson on the outside, a big checkup. That's gonna kill his whole run. Now going down the back straight, he's gonna hit the indention. Oh no. Where the sky bridge hangs over the track. The guardrail kind of protrudes out a little bit. He did not account for that, and he could not get that car moving again. So Jason Wilson's going to be firmly sat in the pit lane for more than likely a good amount of time here, as James Murphy in the number 65, that Twisted Speed driver, he is going to be in the pits as well. He is now back out on track, so no harm, no foul there. The sun setting makes it just a tiny bit difficult to see these cars. I'm not entirely sure who we're looking at as we advance throughout the night. I'm sure that'll get a little easier when the sun starts to set. But it is going to be our first caution of the night. And I'm going to use this time to tell you guys, if you are interested in running any of the OuTPost Racing Network's money races that we have starting on May 20th, it's going to be Win Cash Wednesday, or WCW for any of my OG wrestling fans out there. It's going to be WCW through the OuTPost Racing Network. That's going to be every single Wednesday. Dirt Oval, the community votes on the cars every single week. Free to enter. All you have to do is join the Discord, apply to the league, and go racing. It's just that simple. We are green again. We'll talk about it a little more as we go through the night if we have any more cautions. So don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, if you are interested, we'll be talking about it. We'll be bringing it up throughout the night, but for now, we got to focus on the very, very educated driving from Joshua Mulwee here in the 92. He's trying to flex and finesse on everybody who might be trying to choose that top side. He firmly believes the bottom is going to be the quickest throughout the first stint of this race, the first leg, and I don't think I agree. It seems drivers are having a very, very easy time carrying that momentum around the top side. We know just how quick the tracks can change here when it comes to what is fast, what is slow. as Dylan Del Mastro is very, very unfortunate in his bottom feeding right now. He's got good speed coming in, but it just seems that Joshua Mulwee is going to be holding him up, and he's just going to push him out of the way. No, that's going to be big contact from Joshua Mulwee, and I believe it might have been Dakota Proud, maybe Tyler Bickford. Dylan Del Mastro, however, going to be the big winner of that exchange as he now sits easily in P3. Or I take that back, it's P4. I apologize, Jesse Newsom with the connection issues. The timing tower is probably going to bug out a good bit, so I do apologize on that behalf. But 75 laps to go here, and Jesse Newsom in that number 11 is starting to walk away with it. But do not sleep on Crispy here. Christopher Perini around the outside in the Chase Copeland tribute car. He is going to be cooking, but Dylan Del Mastro, they're right behind him. And since a few laps ago when he got by Joshua Mulwee, he has been on a run. I'm still not entirely sure what the livery is supposed to be. I see me. Hey, me. Yeah, look, it's me, guys. No, I'm just kidding. But the 18 of Dylan Del Mastro in that red and very light blue, almost like a UNC blue, but maybe like a neon version of it. He is going to be right in front of Zach Metzner there in the number 17. Zach Metzner inside of the top 10 when it comes to our championship standing. So a good result here would be very, very nice for the Midwest camp and his personal camp. As we are in round number 9 after this week, we've only got 3 more races, gentlemen. We go to Cedar Lake week 10, and then I believe it's Lernerville week 11, and then we end it at Knoxville week number 12. Who's going to win the championship? Well, if I was a betting man, I'd say the guy that's got some connection issues in P1. He's been the fastest car on track all year. There has been no denying that. The first step for the contest was Willie Cuddy. He showed the most fight weeks 1 and 2, and then Chase Copeland came back around. Give him a run for his money in weeks 3, 4, and 5. But since then, week number 6, uncontested. Week 7, also uncontested. Week 8, no contest at all. And he sits 200 points to the good. With only 4 races remaining, including this one, Jesse Newsom might be on the precipice of another championship title here in the iRacing official service. Dylan Del Mastro has managed to get by Mr. Zachary Metzner for P2. And now Jesse... Okay, Jesse Newsom is still back out in front. It's very, very interesting to see, and it's also very, very irritating on the side of, I'm sure, Jesse Newsom. But I'm sure it's also irritating for the drivers. I'm sure their standings are going up and down, and if Jesse Newsom crosses the line while his internet is having a little bit of an issue, for that entire lap, it's going to have the drivers in the wrong position. So once again, I do apologize. 65 laps left here at Williams Grove. Drivers completing lap number 16 as it stands. Cameron Carrington now looking to try to get active. He is in a battle with the number 92 of Joshua Mulwee. Unfortunately, Joshua Mulwee has done nothing but go backwards since the beginning of this race. So it's not going to be the best situation for Joshua Mulwee. We'll have to see how he can, reverberate, how he can come back from this. As you hear him roar, those late models are absolutely howling as they head down these long straights here at virtual Williams Grove. The pack has really started to show some single file tendencies, I was going to say. Through the corners, you really start to see, though, the lines evolving, people taking multiple positions. But unfortunately, it's not really changing anything. Tyler Bickford in the 07 is going to get that move done on Cam Carrington. Cam Carrington going to take it right back. However, now 4 wide. Joshua Mulwee having another moment, this time with Zachary Metzner. I didn't get an amazing look on it. I'm not entirely sure what happened. It might have just been 2 drivers fighting for the same real estate. Out of turn number 4, coming to the start-finish line. We're going to be starting lap number 21. That means 60 laps to go here. Joshua Mulwee fighting for his life. As now we have Zach Metzner, who's had, a big problem. As Zachary Metzner is now just going to be out of the session. So I do apologize about that. Everything's got a big orange vibe to it. It feels like we're in a Narcos episode right now. That sun beaming down as it sets. But the drivers of the No Limit Racing Crown Jewel Tour now trying their best to jockey for position. Left side of your screen, Cameron Carrington with a risky slider on the number 92 of Joshua Mulwee. But sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. Cam Carrington, though, what a drive from him. He's already up 6 spots from P10 to P4. His lap times are looking very fast as well. But Jesse Newsom in a world of his own. Best lap 2/10 faster than anyone on track right now. He's already managed to lap Mr. Zach Metzner and Dwayne Hobbs. So connection issues or not, that car is still quick. Christopher Perini now in P2, and that's going to be a yellow flag. And oh no, I think it's going to be Cameron Carrington. We'll go back and take a look. I think Cam's had a moment. Cece. Oh, and his car just caught, and that's just into the wall. Let's see if he hits anybody else. No. Dakota Proud's going to catch a little bite. Twisted Speed driver James Murphy's going to catch a little bite. Oh, no. Man, commentator's curse strikes again. I was just complimenting Cameron Carrington on the amazing run he was having there. So we'll have to see how he reacts to that. Is his night over, or can he try to get it fixed and get back out on the racetrack? We're going to have to see. A lot of drivers opting for a pit lane change here. Dylan Del Mastro, Nate Wimhoff, James Murphy, Dakota Proud, Cam Carrington, Brandon Jones, and Dwayne Hobbs all in the pits. So with that being said, I would like to bring up maybe what we were talking about just a little bit earlier. So the OuTPost Racing Network here, which you are indeed watching, you are here. Hello, my name is Mac, or Arsenal, if you want to call me by the gamer name, the gamer tag, the alias. But if you're watching this, then you know it's the OuTPost Racing Network. I'm going to, broadcast races. If you need your league broadcasted, please hit me up. Absolutely love it. Would absolutely love it. It would be an honor and a privilege to broadcast your guys' races. So let's get a deal done. But also, there in the chat is the Discord link. You can find all the information you need to know about A, getting your league broadcasted if that's the route you want to go, or B, our WCW races every single Wednesday starting May 20th. Going to be money races, $20 to win. No entry fee. The community is going to vote on the cars every single week. It's going to be a grand time. It's going to be a fun, professional broadcast. And we're going to have a big time doing it. So please, if you or any of your friends, anyone you know into sim racing would be interested in dirt racing for $20 every single week, absolutely no commitment, free of charge, go to the Discord down in the link below. We just hit 70 members today, so it would be an honor and a privilege if you guys were to check that out. But more to the point, Jesse Newsom is still on a tear, leads by almost a second. We're only one lap into the green flag run. Christopher Perini now being challenged by the 07 of Tyler Bickford. Tyler Bickford got incredibly close last week to winning himself a race. Was not able to get it done, though, unfortunately. So that means he must try again here at Williams Grove. Jeffrey Hyatt, who is the closest competitor to Jesse Newsom's championship run, sits in P4, up 7 spots from where he started, which was P11. Joshua Mulwee now sitting in P4. He managed to recuperate a little bit of those positions, considering Cameron Carrington had himself a little bit of a moment. And it's going to be a new pass for the lead. However, I don't actually think it is a new pass for the lead. As Jesse Newsom's going to cross the line again, yeah, it's going to realize that he is actually ahead of the entire pack, so that's going to switch things around there. Joshua Mulwee has had a disqualification, as I'm sure it might have been related to incident count, but he is going to be out. That leaves us with 13 cars currently running on track, Jesse Newsom being the fastest of them all. It's going to be a drag race down the back straight here for Perini and Bickford. Tyler Bickford incredibly close, like I said earlier, to getting himself a No Limit Racing Crown Jewel win. But unfortunately could not get it done. Will this week be the week? He's got to get around Crispy, who I don't want to be mean in any way, shape, or form, but Crispy is on a tear right now. We don't see him in the No Limit Racing Crown Jewel Tour here. We don't see him in P2 all too often, and once again, I mean that no disrespect. But Crispy, man, he is absolutely on rails here tonight. Tyler Bickford, who is an incredibly fast driver. Perini is keeping him at bay. I know they're teammates, so I know Tyler Bickford might not be going 100%. He might be going about 98, 99. However, still very typical from Christopher Perini here. Crispy, you can follow him on Twitch. I believe it's Crispy13S. I believe that is his Twitch, so go give him a follow. I actually have no idea what he streams, but I just know it. It's on the side of his car all the time, so hey, call it good marketing. But Jesse Newsom still going to be out in front in that number 11. He, unfortunately, with the connection issues and just the fact that he's so far out in front, he is going to get little airtime this week. But oh man, Jesse Newsom for Coast to Coast, what a gem he's been to them in this league. Very, very likely your championship winner here, as we sit only 4 races away from the finish of the season, and Jesse Newsom might be claiming one of the wins here tonight. Still 44 laps to go. I mean, anything truly can happen. However, Jesse Newsom being slow is beginning to become something that I genuinely don't think is ever going to happen. James Murphy now still in a drag race with Perini there. It's going to be the 110, which is actually the number 12. A little bit of a Chase Copeland tribute night here tonight for Crispy. He is going to be drag racing James Murphy. And James Murphy, man, didn't quite find it at the beginning of the season, but since, I believe it might have been week 4 or maybe week 5, he has just absolutely turned it on. He has become rapid in the No Limit Racing ecosystem here. Every single Monday he comes down and he is flying no matter the track. Here comes Jeffrey Hyatt in the number 66, who sits P2 in the championship standings. He's going to be battling with Tyler Bickford there, trying to go with a lower approach than him, but Tyler Bickford's been so good at keeping his momentum up here tonight. You can tell exits of the corners Tyler Bickford is on another level. He loses a little bit of speed on that entry. He's taken a little bit of a compromised entry, but man, oh man, the speed he gets on exit is absolutely rapid. That's going to be your biggest battle on track here, unfortunately. Like I said, we do only have now 12 cars running. They are all going to be on the lead lap, though, so that is a good sign. Dwayne Hobbs is a couple laps down, but he is in the pit. He's been in the pit for over a minute now. So I'm not sure if he's going to come back out. It might just be his time to call it quits, and now we can finally get a good look at these super late models. Now that the sun has set, we're not just being glared. It's not Battlefield 3 God rays in our eyes anymore. If you know, you know. Jeffrey Hyatt still trying to make that middle line work. I'm not so convinced that it's going to net him positive results, but hey man, I don't really know anything. I just sit here and broadcast the races, man. I just sit here and get to watch. I'm basically just a fan. With the power of pushing buttons like this, look, you guys want to see the schedule? Here you go. It's on screen. That's the kind of power I got. Other than that, I'm just a fan. Christopher Perini now in P3. James Murphy was able to make quick work of the number 12 and number 6, and now he sits. It says he's in the lead, I know, but that's not entirely the case. Jesse Newsom, actually, I take that back, has a meatball flag. Now, granted, I know he has some connection issues, but I don't think connection grants a meatball flag. So, for anybody not knowing, I know that's probably the first time I've ever said meatball flag on an Outpost Racing Network broadcast, but the meatball flag is a flag that the marshal, stewards, whatever you want to call them, flagman, they give you if your car is deemed unsafe to be racing on track. If the stewards deem it necessary for you to be required to go to the pits and repair that car, they give you the meatball flag. You have 3 laps to pull into your pit stall and get your car fixed. Jesse Newsom is doing that now, I believe. As I believe he is sat in the pit lane. Maybe not. Jesse Newsom's out. So I'm not entirely sure, and I feel like it would be a bad service to the race if I cut to it under green. So if we go to caution, we're going to try to figure out what exactly happened to the 11 of Jesse Newsom. I mean, he wasn't getting much coverage because, frankly, he was absolutely dominant. I mean, he was cooking. I'm not sure. Once again, let me reiterate that. I am not sure what happened to Jesse Newsom. I did not see it. So, I'm not sure. Dana Burdick, race commissioner. Nice boss man, Dana Burdick in chat. Round of applause. Connection issues just took Newsom out of the race. Oh, no. So, Jesse Newsom, the internet connection did indeed catch up to him. Hey, I know exactly how that feels. It happened to me. It almost happened to me during the special event this past weekend. The 24 hours of Nürburgring here on the iRacing official service. My first stint, pouring down rain. It was about 1 a.m. in the morning. Track was absolutely covered. It was pitch black on the track, and I had to drive 2 hours in the dead of rain. And then packet loss comes up on my outlap. I thought I was cooked. So, unfortunately, the top 3, or I take that back, Dylan Del Mastro, he was pretty far behind Tyler Bickford, but has now passed him for the final step on the rostrum. So it is going to be Dylan Del Mastro in the number 18. Me. I have no idea, man. I have no idea. In the number 18. Me. Wait. I think that's a lion. That might be a lion on his hood. I'm not entirely sure, but he is going to be in a big battle with the 07 of Tyler Bickford. This is going to be for P3. 26 laps to go here at Williams Grove. We are now down to 11 running cars. Cam Carrington, who was also having a magnificent night, he is going to be running dead last of the active drivers. He sits in P11. Brandon Jones, another driver who was wicked fast in practice, he is going to sit in P10. So this is going to be one of those wild card races where you really don't know what's going to happen. Here, the Twisted Speed driver of James Murphy, he realized the opportunity and he took it. Jeffrey Hyatt now starting to lean up in his rig. He realizes that, hey, Newsom's out. This is nothing but free points towards my championship race. So Jeffrey Hyatt in P2, as I apologize. Had to take a little bit of a drink of water there. Torrey Boyd is going to be in P6. He had I think it was a black flag, or maybe something happened to him. I believe maybe he had to enter the pits under a caution, but he now sits in P6, which is 7 spots up from where he started. So going to be an incredibly good points night for him. Jacob Owens, who we saw love for in the chat early on, he is going to be in P8. That is going to be a yellow flag out. It looks like Dylan Del Mastro, as we can't see him behind the victory lane sign, but there's a good shot of our flag man Barney there waving the yellow flag, doing what he does best. We're going to go back and take a look at Dylan Del Mastro here. As, oh no. No front end for Dylan Del Mastro, and he does send it into the pits. Unfortunately, it is going to be a little too late. So iRacing is going to throw that yellow, or maybe the race control through the yellow. I'm not entirely sure. But I'd like to see what happened beforehand. So here we have Del Mastro. He's ripping the top. More importantly, he's still got the front end on his car. And he goes to set the car into the corner. All is good there. We're coming around one more. Oh, classic. Classic Williams Grove. The kink takes out another driver. This time it's going to claim the 18 of Dylan Del Mastro. The Lion does not concern himself with the pole that makes the guardrail stick out into the track. It's a really dumb system. I mean, I don't know if that's a popular take or unpopular take, but that is incredibly dumb to have on a racetrack, in my personal opinion. So James Murphy going to be your leader for our 4th start of the night. Bickford, Jones, and Carrington all in the pits. I'm sure trying to repair their cars. That means we've got 6 cars out on track, or 7 cars out on track currently. All 3 going to make their way in, so we are going to have 10 cars out on the track here tonight. Hopefully until the end. It does get very scary here at Williams Grove. It can come for anyone. iRacing official Pace Truck going to make his way to the safety of the infield as the drivers come around turn 4. Big shout out to the OuTPost Custom Cams for their shot here at the bottom of the flag stand. Green flag in the air. James Murphy going to be leading us away. Jeffrey Hyatt still being loyal to that middle line. James Murphy now going to dip down, get a little bit of taste of that middle lane life, MLL. But now he's going to be ripping the top, as I'm sure is the fastest way around this track. These drivers, man, they know how to get around, so I'm not going to say what they're doing's wrong, but hey, man, if James Murphy's doing it, I would be doing it too, personally. Oh, a little bit of a congestion back there at the end of turn 4. I believe that might have been maybe Tyler Bickford and Nate. Nate Wimhoff now faces the disqualification. So the 48 of Nate Wimhoff is going to go out on incidents. So now we've got 9 cars in the running. It's going to be a good points night for the likes of Jacob Owens, Tory Boyd, Dakota Proud. But James Murphy, with 17 laps to go, is finally being contested for this lead by the number 6 of Jeffrey Hyatt. Twisted Speed versus Midwest Sim Sports. As it's just another installment in the faction war going on between Black Magic, Twisted Speed, Coast to Coast, and Midwest Sim Sports. As I apologize, I had an old World of Warcraft guild called BMSS, so every single time I say it, it brings me back to the old days. Very, very long time ago. Now, instead of just being overly... I hate to say the word, so I'm not going to say it, but overly obsessed with World of Warcraft, now I'm overly obsessed with sim racing, has been for 6 years. As I'm sure all these drivers can agree. I mean, we're sitting here racing on a Monday night here at Virtual Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. Williams Grove here. Coming around turns number 3 and 4 is Jeffrey Hyatt and James Murphy. They are going to be your closest battle on track. And we're going to have another yellow flag out, as it looks like Tyler Bickford might be a little slow after that one. We'll go back and... oh, no! Tyler Bickford just got tail whipped, it looked like. So we're going to have to back that one up, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh. I believe it will be able to get a better look from the Outpost chopper here. So if we head around, it looks like maybe the 21 of Jacob Owens maybe got into a little bit of a, bad spot there. And oh no, he managed to kick the tail end of the car out and just absolutely nailed Tyler Bickford. Oh no. As that is not the best case scenario here. We've got 3 more cars in the pit. As I believe Cameron Carrington and Brandon Jones are maybe just scrapping at some repairs every single time there's a caution, trying to get their car back to good shape. Tyler Bickford, well, we just saw why he's in the pit. So with that being said, we're getting set for our 5th start here tonight at Williams Grove. As the iRacing official Pace Truck's going to make his way into the safety of the infield. Driver's going to bunch things up 2 by 2. We're going to get set to start racing here again at Williams Grove for the 5th time here tonight. Jeffrey Hyatt's going to bring us across the line. In front we go green. Not too many cars to look at here tonight. It's an unfortunate thing, but that's going to be Brandon Jones. Or no, I'm sorry, that's going to be Jacob Owens, who's around, who I think is going to hit Tyler Bickford again. This time, I don't think it's going to be near as monumental or near as damaging. No harm, no foul. We're going to keep on running. Jeffrey Hyatt firmly out in front. 12 laps to go. Here comes James Murphy around the top side. He's going to stay true to what got him here. All night he's been ripping the top. He dipped down on medium lines, maybe just a little bit. He done it a few times, I know, towards halfway point of the race. But for the most part, man, he's been ripping it around the top side. Now it's just a matter of can he do it when it matters the most. Jeffrey Hyatt, who we know is going to be around the bottom most of the time. That's how he likes to build his cars. That's where he finds the pace. So he is, you know, not too hard to read, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but Jeffrey Hyatt, he knows what he likes in his late model. He builds it for that every single week. And he gets it done. That's why he sits in P2 in the championship standings. 9 laps to go. No Newsom around. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to see Cam Carrington really around too much. He is a lap down. Holden Allen and Jason Wilson didn't even make it 1 lap into the race. So that's very, very unfortunate to see. However, Jeffrey Hyatt, who has now kind of flipped this race on its lid, he is now kind of doing his best Jesse Newsom impression and trying to get out to a very, very big lead. Tory Boyd in the 0-1-5 currently sits P3. It's going to be a podium if he can keep this spot. It's going to be his first podium in the No Limit Racing Crown Jewel Tour. Man, what a wonderful feeling that would be for him. He's in very elite company. He's got 8,200 James Murphy in front of him, as well as 5,800 Jeffrey Hyatt. 6,300 Tyler Bickford sits behind him, and hey, he is not going down without a fight. I can already tell you that. He started almost towards the dead back of the 7-car grid. He has now made his way up to P4. So over half the field out tonight, as we have 9 cars out, 8 cars in. Now it's going to be a big pass for position here. Christopher Perini, who was running such an incredible race, is not able to really find the pace anymore. It looks like he might have got a little bit of damage on the right side of that late model. So what seemed like what might be a dream run for Christopher Perini has unfortunately resulted in what's going to look like a P7, maybe a P6 if he can get around Jacob Owens here. Tyler Bickford now 2 seconds away from Tory Boyd, but with 2 laps to go, the results are looking all but set. Jeffrey Hyatt in the number 6. Well, league assigned is 6, but on the car is number 66. He is going to take the white flag, and he is going to make his way around Williams Grove one more time. And in a night that seemed like it might be a drop week for a lot of drivers, and a whole bunch of internet issues for our championship leader, Jesse Newsom, Jeffrey Hyatt has taken every advantage that has been laid out in front of him, and he is going to win at Williams Grove, the Twisted Speed driver of James Murphy in the number 65 super late model. He is going to claim the silver, step on the rostrum, and he places second here tonight. And Tory Boyd in the 0-1-5. You would have never expected it, and to be honest, I would have never bet on it. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but man, oh man, it has been a legendary drive for Tory Boyd here tonight. It's going to be P3 in his first podium in the No Limit Racing Crown Jewel Tour. As our top 3 are going to line up, it goes Hyatt, Murphy, Boyd. 3 drivers who were on top of their game here tonight. What a lovely finish for those drivers, but for Jesse Newsom, it's got to be frustrating when not even the internet can keep you in the race here tonight. And hey, man, I know it. I've been kicked out of races before, too. It's a very bad system iRacing has in place right now. Not going to get too much into it, but I would like to hear from our drivers. Because, man, oh, man, I'm sure what a story it is they have to tell. And our first driver we're bringing into the booth is going to be the first-time podium sitter here in the Crown Jewel Tour. It's TJ Boyd. TJ, you got a copy? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can hear you now. Yes, TJ, man, what an incredible run it was for you tonight. Kind of walk me through it. How did it feel knowing you were around those high I-rating titans and you were holding your own?
Well, it's a kind of survival of the fittest, I guess. I'm, like you say, I'm all new to that. That was just pure luck there is the way that happened. So.
No, I don't know if I would call it luck. You showed tremendous pace out there tonight. And funny enough, your best lap was better than our winner, Jeffrey Hyatt's best time, so you were incredibly quick out there tonight.
Well, I race a lot of leagues with Jeffrey and those guys over at MWSS, and anytime I get a chance to follow one of them and learn something, that's what I do. So it's just as much their win as it is mine, I guess, for all those guys that are faster than me.
Well, I mean, you drove incredible here tonight. Now, I know, unfortunately, championship dreams are kind of out the door for you. However, we do have 3 races left, and that's 3 races to make an impact and gain momentum. We head to Cedar Lake next week. How do you feel about that, and is it somewhere you're confident in?
Oh, I'm not too good there. This track was really technical for me. I've never been real good here, but I threw something together tonight, and I guess it held on long enough. That's all you can say. I ended up tonight, no kidding with you.
Well, hey.
I figured nobody liked this track, so I figured it was my best chance to make it because there wouldn't be many people there.
Well, hey, man, you did it, and you did it well. I mean, you got a podium here tonight, and before we let you get out of here and celebrate, is there anybody you would like to thank here for the performance?
Oh, yeah, I got to thank Kazi over at Slinging Dirt and those guys. I've been with them for several years, and from PlayStation to here, and they've been real helpful. Him and Aaron McGee and all those guys over there. So, yeah, that's about it. Slinging, and thank you for putting it on. You do a heck of a job. I've been watching you on YouTube, the races that I did make. I finished them on there, so you're doing a great job yourself.
Well, I appreciate the kind words, TJ, and it was a pleasure talking to you, man. Hopefully, I get to hear from you in a couple weeks' time, no matter what race it's at, but hey, man, you were fast. You need to keep that confidence up heading into next week. Your P3 finisher here tonight. First podium in the Crown Jewel Tour for TJ Boyd.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I can't leave out NLR2 and those guys. They do a heck of a job running this league.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I agree. Well, we'll see you later, TJ. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Always fantastic to talk to someone after, a big milestone like that. First podium in the Crown Jewel Tour. Man, I could tell he was just very, very happy. We're now going to kick it over to our second place finisher. It's going to be the number 65 Twisted Speed driver of James Murphy. James, man, you were quick tonight. Walk me through it. What did it feel like?
I felt good. I pitted early. I didn't want to be in front, really, to be honest with you. At this track, I just wanted to go to the back and kind of ride, and then that did not work. I ended up getting in a wreck right after that, so kind of just kept riding, and about halfway through, I decided to just try to pass them one by one, and next thing I knew, I was in the lead.
Yeah, and it seemed like you said, you had a little bit of a battle, and that took up probably more of your time than you probably wanted it to, so if you had to contribute something towards, maybe not necessarily doing the best you thought you could have done here tonight. Was it because of that? Do you think it was that strategy call that kind of set you back?
No, I don't really think so. I had damage on the front and the back and some wheel damage. I think that's what really hurt. And if those late race cautions didn't come out, I still think we could have won it.
Yeah, I do agree with that. You were absolutely flying. Now, next week, we head to Cedar Lake, which is a pretty big of a culture shock if you consider this track. You're going to be having two completely different racing styles there. Is that somewhere you're going to look forward to, or is it not really a place you prefer?
Honestly, I kind of prefer this track over Cedar. I'm all right at Cedar. It's just I'm not a big fan of the racing it puts on. It's going to be a little different not being on a wall ride, though.
Yeah, that is a very, very good point. But we're going to let you get out of here, James, celebrate with the Twisted Speed Camp. But before we do, is there anybody you would like to shout out or thank for tonight's performance?
You for the awesome broadcast and everybody in LR and Cam with High Designs and everybody back at Twisted.
Yes, sir. Well, I appreciate the kind words as always, James. And Twisted Speed, I'll be rooting for you guys here as we close out the season. I know it's a long push, but hey, if you can make the push towards the championship, what a cinematic final race that would be. But we're going to let you get out of here and celebrate for now your P2 finisher here tonight, the 65 Twisted Speed driver of James Murphy. And now moving to our winner, it's going to be the number 66 of Jeffrey Hyatt, man. Jeffrey, walk me through it, man. How did it feel?
Yeah, I know, fucking finally. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, well, I mean,
yeah,
you said it. You said it, not me. But yeah, man, I mean, walk me through what it feels like. I mean, you've been oh so close. Here we are, week number 9. You finally get it done. It's got to feel amazing.
Yeah, I've last couple of weeks I've put in a lot of laps by myself at these tracks, just trying to get better. Which I don't know if I would have had anything for Jesse there because he was checked out before he had some internet issues. Which I told James, he probably had it in the bag if that caution wanted to come out because I couldn't catch him. I was just kind of maintaining with him there. So thankfully that caution come out there at the end.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Which only, I believe it was 4, maybe 5 cautions here tonight, which unfortunately is kind of on the lower side for the Crown Jewel Tour for the past couple of weeks. So being almost, I guess, used to having a lot of cautions, did that late race caution coming out, was that like a breath of relief and kind of made you re-lock in?
Yeah, I was there for a couple laps. I was hoping for something. I was like, yeah, just my luck. I'm gonna finish second again, or I don't know how many times. I think a week in a row for sure. And then all of a sudden I heard them. They start chattering, and I was like, yep, here we go. Thank God.
Well, yeah, thank God indeed. You got it done here tonight. We head to Cedar Lake next week. And the 2 other drivers I interviewed weren't too excited about going to Cedar Lake. Do you share their opinion, or do you look forward to it?
Yeah, I hate that place. Just being honest. I can't, no matter what I run there, I cannot figure that place out. I struggle. I can't hit 1 and 2. I can't wall tap like these guys can. And it's just, that's what you have to do there.
Yeah, that is a good point. Cedar Lake, it does seem like that was kind of where the whole wall tapping began. I could be completely wrong on that. But, you got it done, man. And so I'm just gonna give you the floor. It seems it's so appropriate. So take your time, man, off your chest. Whoever you gotta thank or shout out for tonight's performance.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take the boys, the secrets, get us a couple of strippers, a couple of prostitutes. We'll enjoy the week. Have us a good old time. But Midwest Sim Sports, those guys really help a lot. And Chase, I know he won't be running him more, but he really does a lot. And, anytime I ask him for some help, he's there no matter what. Shots, he's there. Big Key, all the guys, no matter who it is over there. When you need help with something, they're willing to help, and I really appreciate that. Majula say Speed Shop. I'd like to thank you for broadcasting and for Dana for putting this on.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you for the kind words as always, Mr. Hyatt. Hopefully, we'll be talking to you throughout the season. Maybe, I mean, second places are good, but maybe not only second places. Maybe a little more wins.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have a couple more of these for us ever would.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But yeah, I'm going to let you get out of here and celebrate your winner here tonight, the number 66 of Jeffrey Hyatt. Well, that's going to do it for us, ladies and gentlemen. What a fantastic time we had here tonight here at Williams Grove. Remember, if you want your league broadcasted, find the Discord down below, the Outpost Racing Network Discord. I will, in fact, post it one more time just in case you don't know about it, man. Just in case. Get yourself enrolled in the Win Cash Wednesday races on dirt oval tracks. We're going to be voting for the cars every single week. It is a community-voted car league. It's not really a league because there's no point standings. $20 to win every single Wednesday, no obligation. And don't worry if you're a fan of any other discipline of racing on the iRacing official service, like maybe asphalt oval or maybe road course racing. Don't worry, that is in the works as well, ladies and gentlemen. Keep your ears to the streets. Get in that Outpost Racing Network Discord. If you want to run with these guys here tonight or any of the series that the No Limit Racing brand puts on, you can also find their Discord down in the description below. You can get in touch with Dana or Nick. I do believe those are the two head honchos out there. I'm 9 weeks into this. I should probably know how the hierarchy works, but hey, man, they're good to me. I'm good to them. No need for the formalities, in my opinion. So that is going to do it for us. Your running results for the race tonight are as follows. Jeffrey Hyatt, James Murphy, TJ Boyd, Tyler Bickford, Dakota Proud with the top 5, Jacob Owens finishing P6, Perini in P7, Carrington, Jones, Wim Hof, Del Mastro, championship leader Newsom finishes in P12, Dwayne Hobbs, Joshua Mulwee, Zachary Metzner, Holden Lee Allen, and Jason Wilson make up your grid. Or your results, I apologize. I'm shuffling my words, man. That means it's time for me to get out of here. From everybody at the Outpost Racing Network and from No Limit Racing, we hope you guys did enjoy. Thank you for inviting us into your homes here on a Monday night. Be sure to come back next Monday, same time, for Cedar Lake Speedway, round number 10 of the No Limit Racing Crown Jewel Tour. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. We'll see you in the next one.
There might be some rain coming through. We expect rain soon. Rain is close. The session has been declared wet. No sign of this rain stopping. rain is clearing up. Rain should be gone for now. Nothing but sunshine all day.